Alright, there we go. I think we're all set up, just in case. There we go. I'm joined by my buddy Mini Wan here, but I think he's AFK at the moment, so we'll go ahead and get today's stream started. Last time we were working on the settings menu, and we realized that we needed to have these advanced input components to allow custom keybinds. I think at the end of the stream last week, I also said I was going to work on audio. That didn't happen, so we'll be working on this today. So let's get the settings menu started. Let's see. We're doing something with these inputs, so let's open these up and take a look. We go to the input actions here. Light attack, here we go. Triggers. Okay, so that's not necessary. Mappable key settings, here we go. Okay, so that's not it. And then maybe supported key profile IDs. Nope. Okay, let's just, nope. What is this saying? Must have a valid name. So if I turn this back to this, it'll save. Player mappable key setting must have a valid name. Okay. Let's close that. Did have this thing here. Default mapping context. Here we go. So if we do that, aha, that's what I needed to do. Oh, hey, there you go. What's up?
Are you streaming?
Yeah, we're streaming. We're live now.
Okay. You forgot to move.
Did we? Oh shit! Can you move me?
I just did.
Oh wow. Because I forgot that Discord puts you in streamer mode automatically and just mutes everything. Thank you for doing that. Okay, let's start with the mouse button. One more input.
Joe sent me a lizard.
A lizard?
Mm-hmm. F1 lizard, greatest racer of all time.
Okay, so if I do that, right, I assume once we create those advanced inputs, we need to map them in the base character, right? I'm not crazy for thinking that. Assuming Unreal doesn't crash. Okay, there we go. Okay, so if I go to light attack combos, here we go. Do light attack at advanced input action events. Here we go. If I do that, Unreal, please don't crash. Okay, if I do that and open up a combat map, is it going to work? Okay, so I am on a combat map. Okay, that's not working, so that's good to know. Alright, project settings, light attack. Okay, so that's not how you pull that up. Excuse me. Please use advanced input actions and input mapping context instead. Okay, so if I close action mappings and axis mappings. Enhanced player input, default player input class. Okay. That is not where that's stored.
I have almost 2,000 coffee beans.
What? What are you saying?
Your channel points.
Oh, my brain went to he's talking about Cafe de Arms. I'm like, that's not what I'm working on right. I keep forgetting my analyze Cafe thing because I haven't worked on it in so long.
Cafe de Arms.
Man, I do need to work on the streaming asset stuff at some point, but maybe not when I'm working on a game dev project at the same time. Okay, if I go to blueprint class and do enhanced input, if I just type input. Okay. I should have researched this during the week, but I had no time to do anything game dev related this week. That's entirely on me. And this button that's supposed to take me to the enhanced player input is not working, so that's not great either. Maybe inputs. That's force feedback and input mapping context, so that's not it. I wonder, maybe it's in the player controller context. Excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Mouse interface, game, input. Enable motion controls. We don't need that. Thank you.
Did you bring your Wii steering wheel?
Bring my 6-axis controller. Okay, so I think override player input class with enhanced player input, in theory, should switch it over to the enhanced input actions, but we'll find out in a second here. Nope. Nope. Okay, let's do ourselves a favor here. Instead of wasting time guessing at this, let me pull up Unreal Engine's documentation on enhanced input. Unreal Engine enhanced inputs. Enhanced input in Unreal Engine. Here we go. Okay, let me pull this documentation on screen for everybody. Make sure that's actually showing. Yep, there we go. Okay, enhanced input, an overview of enhanced input plugin. When you use enhanced input, you can add and remove a mapping context and runtime for the player. This makes it easier to manage a large number of actions. Cool, cool. How do I get started? Enhanced input is enabled by default. You can create input assets from the content browser by clicking Add and navigating to the input category. Well, this bottom one here, player mappable input config, is not an option. So that's not a great start for this documentation. Core concepts, input actions, input mapping context, input modifiers, and input triggers. Input actions are a communication link between enhanced input system and your project's code. Input actions are a conceptual equivalent to actions and axis mapping names, except they are data assets. Each input action should represent something that the user can do, like crouch or fire weapon. Okay, I need actual, like, how to do this stuff. That's kind of what's critical at this moment. Adding input listeners. To add input action listener in Blueprints, you can right-click the Blueprints event graph and type in the name of your input action data asset. Okay, we do have that working. Input mapping contexts, okay.
Meanwhile,
Event begin player control plus add mapping context. Is that actually how that's supposed to go? Hold on. Man, Unreal hates it when I open the player blueprint. I wonder why. Okay, so that's to be believed. Cast to player controller, which I actually have called action controller, so maybe I should read my own stuff here. Get player controller. Just compare that one more time. Cast to player controller, enhanced input local player subsystem, add mapping context. Nope. I have the memory of a goldfish. Enhanced input local. Enhanced input local player. There we go. Add mapping context. Why would they depreciate default input and access mappings when to do the mapping stuff, the enhanced inputs, you have to do all this extra work? You would think they would doing it because it makes things easier. Alright, let's at least test it. And it still doesn't work, so I don't know what this is supposed to do. Action controller, enhanced player input. There may be another part of this that I'm just not understanding. We don't need force feedback. Injecting input. Enhanced input also brings the concept of injecting input to your player. This provides the means for you to call up functions and blueprints. Platform settings. Per platform. Okay, so this is just like a per platform thing. This document is certainly informative, but not helpful to what we need at the moment, so that's kind of rough. There must be a way to call that enhanced input. I'm just not understanding. Big fish?
big fish.
And
Is that what it says?
when I hover over it, it calls it big fish.
Oh, I meant like the actual character.
That's interesting. Despite me trying to fix this last week, the chat messages are not displaying on the stream overlay. Oh, you know what? Is it because I'm stupid? Can you send like a single chat message?
Not right now.
No, okay.
I will let you know when I'm not in combat.
You know, I can probably do it myself. Give me a second here. just gotta get Twitch back up. Now I fixed it. Oh my god. I accidentally had a PNG overlaid on top of chat this whole time.
Silly Casey, you're not playing Warcraft. You don't need a chat PNG.
You're absolutely right. I do not need that.
Run, boy, run. They're coming to come to you. Run, boy, run.
Implement an actor component for input paintings. What's up?
I said I'm playing as a Bangbu right now.
Seriously, what is the point of the enhanced input system if it's so troublesome just to get it turned on? Oh, enhanced input is up here. I wonder if I need to just type some stuff up here. Default mapping contexts.
Dude, this Bangbu's cussing.
Cussing?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's that easy. Okay. I'm just an idiot. Well, at least it's simple. As long as it's simple, I don't mind doing it. So now the question is, if I disable this, does it still work? Yeah, so what's the point of this node? Okay, well, at least now we know that it works. So we can actually start working on mapping contexts, redoing all our inputs, and then allowing people to add custom keybinds. So we have one for light attack. We need to do one for lock on. I'm going to need to keep this input menu open. Let's do heavy attack first, actually.
Heavy.
B.
Yeah, but they'll never expect the neutral heavy.
The neutral heavy. When I play fighting games with my little brother, he never expects blocking or parrying. He likes to play fighting games like they're single-player games. Unfortunately, if I have a controller in my hand, it's no longer single-player. Oh right, I don't actually have to do anything when I create the advanced inputs. I just name it, and then I find the keys in the action mappings. What is the project default that I've been using? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Top face button.
Pushing buttons.
Okay. So now I need to go to the character blueprint, go to the heavy attack area. Enhanced input actions, heavy attack. Plug that in. Break this. Compile. And test. Oh, what the hell? The wrong mouse button was applied. Oh, because I put left mouse button, because I'm smart.
SMRT.
SMRT. Bam. There we go. I was talking to my dad yesterday, and I was like, I love game development. Because when you're done, it's amazing. You get to marvel and go, wow, I made this. That's crazy. But when I get stuck like this, it's just like, oh, I want to scream. Let's do lock on button next. Middle mouse button and right thumbstick. Okay. Middle mouse button and right thumbstick button. Honestly, I haven't made a lot of emotes for my channel, but that's my favorite one.
You need to update it.
I gotta update it?
Yeah, because you
Oh yeah,
updated
you're
your
right.
model.
Yeah. I need to do is, you know what I should do? I should do a emote stream where I just make emotes for an afternoon instead of doing it offline. Because when I do it offline, I stress myself out for no reason. All right, let's do the dodge button. Let's also drink some water. It's very important to hydrate. Oh, actually, I need to change the lock on input before I do any of that because I'm going to forget. Okay, you know what? I've been sitting here wondering why it feels weird. I don't have music for myself in the background. Oh, that's why I don't have music on for myself on the background. Never mind. Mapping cannot have an empty input action. Oh, well, I guess the error resolved itself automatically because I don't see that issue anymore. Was dodge spacebar on keyboard? I forgot. Yep.
That is what I think it is.
What?
I sent it in Twitch chat.
What did you just say?
I sent it in Twitch chat.
I'm actually reading a. It looks like a martini from a distance, but when you hover on it.
Well, yeah, I had to lean forward to be like, is that what I think it is? Because I thought it was a cup of noodles, and turns out it's a cup of noodles.
Yeah. I'm actually reading a Western comic right now called Common America, and one of the characters is actually the heir to a global cup ramen company in universe. it's pretty funny, but they have a horrific mascot where it's like a cup noodles with arms, legs, and a voice.
All right, got another 10 pull coming. Here we go. Let's see if I get Norma. Nope.
Special attack is Q or bottom face button. Okay. And oops, bottom face. The parry system isn't used, so we can skip that. We do need a form shift button, though. Oh, I also need to put these inputs into the freaking blueprint. Where's the dodge system? There it is. And then the other one was did dodge, lock on.
Up, boop.
Oh, special attack.
Honestly,
Special
I probably
attack.
should spend my free time this week and get back into learning Japanese.
I just spend 15 minutes a day on like Japanese language apps.
Yeah, you gave me that one. I need to read. I need to download it on my new phone. I can't. It's YouSpeak. I think it's what it was.
YouSpeak is one of them. There's another one that might be better though, because it uses pictures of what you're learning. Renshuu, Renshuu.
Yeah,
Wrench is a
that
good one.
is the correct pen. Phone. Don't make me throw you across the room.
Don't make me throw you across the room.
Yeah, there it is. It was actually one of the first ones I pulled up. Yeah, I'm downloading Renshuu. Let's see what's going on my Nintendo Today app because I haven't been checking it. Not a fucking thing. Hang on. Guess the Mario game. Let's see how fast I can get this Mario game.
I just realized something. I'm gonna have to go back through the tutorial screens and update the inputs. Form shift.
That is... Oh, that's the Wii U one.
They still haven't used on the Wii U?
No, it's Guess the Mario game, and it's the the Mario Wii U game. I can't remember the name though.
Was there an exclusive Wii U Mario title?
I mean, it's the one with the cat that they introduced the cat suit and stuff like that. Super Mario, it was Super Mario 3D World. I didn't think that was right.
Huh.
I got it immediately.
How do I do? Let's just try move forward. How do I do input axes? Modifiers. No. Is there just no such thing as inherent settings from action? What does the Unreal documentation say about input axes?
You need a
nothing. There's only input action. Okay. Go ahead. You're saying something.
Reward for lurkers. You know how if people are sitting and not chatting for a while, they get they don't get counted as a Twitch chatter or Twitch viewer.
They don't get counted?
Yeah, they don't show up on your viewing list if they're not chatting.
Huh. That's interesting. And then if I go back to here, okay, I'm so glad I closed all those just so they all reopen when I add one more action. left. Whoops. Oh my goodness. Left thumb stick? Gamepad left thumbstick? I already forgot which one I need. Left thumbstick, y-axis. Okay. Goodness sakes, are you okay?
I gotta read this quote from Miyabi. Are you ready?
Okay.
How does true justice you mentioned in your message differ from regular justice? Is it comparable to the difference between an actual melon and a melon-flavored lollipop?
What?
How does true justice differ from regular justice? Is it comparable to the difference between an actual melon and a melon-flavored lollipop?
I mean, whatever you say, Miyabi. Okay, I'm not sure how to do the input axes correctly in here, so it's going to be interesting trying to figure that out. Hold on, maybe I'm doing it wrong. Instead of doing it here, what if I just do it in here? Not smooth delta. Not smooth. Not to world space. Swizzle input axis values. Okay, so I don't think that's it either. Okay, Google's our friend here. UE5 enhanced input axes mapping.
Miyabi. Just remember, Miyabi's 6'1", if you include her ears.
Include her ears. Always include her ears. Not sure I understand. This stuff seems... Keyboard keys are inherently binary and register as positive x-axis values by default. To process different axis directions on a 2D vector setup, expand the key options and apply modifiers. I guess I gotta just do what this is telling me and see if that works, I guess. So for forward, we do want to use the swizzle axis values. And then for backwards, we want to use a negate modifier. So if I go to the movement inputs and do move forward. Oh, I do not like that. What? That would be why that didn't look right. Okay. Let's test that. Okay, so hitting negate makes it hold forever, and I'm not sure why. Also, forward didn't work, so I'm just confused. Okay. I I think we'll leave the movement inputs as normal. I think that's what we're gonna do. So, oh wait, do this. Take this out. Okay. Yeah, well, if you wanted custom movement buttons, sorry. I do not want to spend all day on this.
Died.
Okay, so now we just got to figure out how to allow users to bind custom keybinds based on the default mapping context. So, first off, there's nothing I need to turn on here. Okay. Let's open our settings menu. Clicking all the wrong places here. Options menu, here we go. Oh, right, so this button here, input key selector, I believe is what this is called. Yeah. This lets you decide the key. Did we map it to anything? On key selected. Okay, so I think we need to make a keybinds sub menu, and then we'll go from there. How do I want to do that is the next question. Let's make it separate for now, and then we'll go from there. Custom keybinds menu. I forgot to capitalize keybinds. Keybinds menu. Okay, get a canvas panel. Border. Which blue is it? Yeah, that looks too dark. Okay, so it's probably this blue. Grab another border. Padding on this is set to 15. That blue still looks too bright.
My eyes!
There we go. That's a lot better. Okay, so let's start with a vertical box. If I can spell vertical right, it might actually show up in the search results. Let's close the hero character for a second. And then we need a horizontal box. Maybe before the horizontal box, we'll put some text here. Keybinds. Set that font to be, I don't know, 72. Center. And then I think we've been doing white text with not dark blue, but blue outlines. Why does that look so different? I might just be going crazy. Okay. In the horizontal box, we'll allow users to first change their input for the light attack. Then we need to do input key selector. Light attack. Input selector. Oh boy. There's so much customization. We've been doing blue buttons with white outlines. Okay, so let's do that. Outline settings. How big are the outlines? 5? Okay. Maybe a light blue at the start, dark blue when hovered, and then we'll do a deep blue when we are actively clicking on it. Every keybind must be a different color with a different font. Oh god, no. I hate when there's already so much to do. Let me do more. Because fuck consistency. There are definitely games out there that are built on that, and that takes courage. I'm a coward though, so I think I'm good on that. I think I like consistency. Okay, so why is the text light blue if it says the color needs to be pink? That's what I'm confused about. It doesn't look like anything I do is affecting it either. It's one of the design choices of all time. Yeah, being inconsistent is definitely a design choice of all time. Okay, so how do I set the default value of these? I'm learning so much about settings, and I don't think that was the intention, but I'm glad we're doing something about it. Set the text which is displayed while selecting keys. ... is fine. No key specified. Empty is fine. Key selections. Here we go. Oh, well, that's left mouse button.
Left mouse button. LMB.
Behavior. Is that it? Called whenever a new key is selected by the user. Here we go. I imagine it's something like get input mapping. Nope. Input mapping. Yes. Cast to default mapping. No, I can't cast to the default mapping context. Input action key mapping. Okay, what if I do enhanced?
Great
Aha!
black background. Yeah, that does sound awful.
You could do scented. Make the UI dark.
That is me.
Trying to remember, there was a game I played back in like COVID where it was like white text on a white background during dialogue sequences, and it was horrible. Could not read any of the dialogue. Hey Gio, if you haven't seen it, I fully recommend looking at an image of it for the Ascent, right? Okay. Just to make sure I experience it and no one else has to. The Ascent. And then you said it was, what was it? White text on a red background?
It was black.
Make the entire UI dark and red on black. Okay. I might need to type in gameplay so I can see it. Nope, I gotta type in main menu. Okay. Oh, that's awful. What is this? Oh, did I not click open image in new tab? Oh wow, they're so ashamed of it you can't even like zoom in on it. Oh, here's a better resolution picture of it. Oh yeah, my eyes would burn looking at that. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up on stream. That's the UI. I can't believe this. The gold standard of what not to do in making UI. Yeah, no, seriously. What is this? Oh, that was just disturbing.
Dust baby. You know what I'm talking about? The dust baby meme.
How do I copy
baby? Yeah.
Set
This
members
one?
in enhanced action key mapping. And then can I make? Aha!
Oh boy, I'm in chapter 3.
Can this not go here?
I don't remember how you check
Input chord structure to key structure. Oh. To key? Key? Wow, this is getting really annoying. Worst part is at least 5 people played that while developing and went, yeah, that looks... Honestly, that's like the worst part of any bad game that comes out, is multiple people had to have worked on it and play tested it and went, I like it.
That's my favorite.
I was actually talking to Mini11 in my mutual. I just realized that Fugi disappeared.
Boogie.
Oh, now it's reloading. Okay. Anyway, I was talking to Joe about how, like, some high guard. I was talking about high guard with Joe because he didn't know about the high guard situation. And I was like, yeah, a bunch of playtesters kept giving feedback to the developers, and the developers took it in stride and made the game the way it was based on playtests. And it was not the right call.
Blasphemy.
Last what?
It didn't just disappear.
This disappeared. The main one was too many to see.
Damn straight.
Oh, that's great.
I still state that Mini11 is my favorite obscure Nintendo reference.
What?
Oh, have I not explained to you? Did I not tell you what Mini11 actually came from?
You might have a long time ago. I don't remember.
Go
ahead and share with the class, please.
In Super Mario Galaxy 2, there's tiny chain chomps, like little itty bitty chain chomps that are about the same size as Mario.
Mm-hmm.
And their Japanese file name is Mini One.
Interesting. Okay.
Because the chain chomps bark, and the onomatopoeia for barking is 1-1, so it's small 1-1.
Gotcha. I knew it was like somehow dog related, but I didn't remember that it was a Nintendo thing.
Yep.
We go set selected key. So I need to somehow get enhanced.
Now you know. And knowing is not the battle.
Oh god. Enhanced input. Enhanced? Oh god. If I do this and do... Can I get the default mapping context this way? It's not looking encouraging. Okay.
It'll be right back.
Get rid of that. Object wildcard, okay. Oh god. I feel like I'm just slipping into a rabbit hole that I did not want to fall in. Wait, I think I know what to do from here. So event construct, and then we get player controller. Warning. Enhanced input user settings does not inherit from enhanced local input local. That's word vomit. I can't. Can I plug this in directly like that? Nope. Okay. Can I do... Okay, that's a start. Oh, what the hell? I'm scared. This is such a rabbit hole. Map player key? Target is enhanced input user setting. Sets the player mapped key to the current. No, that's not what I want. What is happening? Input. I just want to get the default mappings. I don't know why this is so difficult. I feel like I'm going insane the longer I stare at this. Find mappings in row? What? Oh, that's not helpful at all. Okay. What does the internet say I need to do? I'm going a little bit insane trying to figure this out. Okay. Unreal Engine enhanced input custom keybinds. Enable the experimental user settings. Mark your input actions as mappable. Okay, hold on. One thing at a time. In the project settings, in the enhanced input, enable user settings. Okay. So go to enhanced input. Enable user settings. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Default player mappable key profile class. Okay, that seems to be all that needs to be. Okay. Open your input action asset. Okay, so let's not use move forward since we're not using that. Blueprints, input, and then we'll start with light attack. At the bottom of the details panel, find player mappable key settings selection. Okay. Click the plus icon to add a setting. What? Oh, okay. Set a unique name. The name must be consistent across your stuff. Okay, light attack. Set the display name to what the player will see. Okay, well. Now what? Set mappings in your IMC, input mapping context. Okay. I did that already, so we're good there. Create a rebind widget UI. I did that. Okay, on key selected event to the map player key node. Accessed via the enhanced input player local system. Okay. Enhanced input. Enhanced input local player subsystem. Map player. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I swear if that's gonna be that easy. Map player key. That's not a thing in here. What is this instruction? Get. Okay, hold on. I didn't think so. Okay, there's a lot of things wrong with these instructions. Okay. That's kind of a bust, but at least we're learning something of value here. Attack that isn't very heavy. For light attack. Oh my god. Where did the event construct node go? There it is. Okay, let's just one thing at a time here. So we can get all the player action, mappable actions. So what if we do get a reference? No. Get a copy? No. I want to find something specific. Find item. Bruh. Okay, array element. What can I do with this? Equal? Scream, dude. What is going on? I see a path forward, and I'm just getting blocked. It is brutal out here. Input, here we go. Get mapping name. Oh my god, that's a rabbit hole. Okay, close that. Input, get mapping name. Mapping name doesn't actually help us either. I just need the key. I don't understand why this is so hard. Key. Break enhanced action key mapping. Oh, what the? It's just worse. Oh, you can't be serious. Key structure. Input chord structure. Oh my god. Hold on. We had a way to fix this before. Break input chord. How about make input chord? Aha. Then we just... Aha. Okay. In theory. Emphasis on in theory. When we load this widget, this will autofill with left mouse button or something. So let's go to the main menu level and see if we can at least manifest that wish. I can't believe it's already been an hour. I feel like we're doing so little. We need the main menu widget. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so options menu. We need a button to call the keybind menu. So let's add a button. Or hear me out, kaijucon, just duplicate that. And then this one is the one that doesn't have an input, so we can rename this to keybinds. Change the text to set keybinds. Bump it up. And then on button pressed, create widget, keybinds, add to viewport. Options, set keybinds, gamepad face button left. Okay, so it's doing the gamepad inputs, which is not the intention, but it does mean that this works. Now the real question is, can I change that? Let's do L. There's no way to apply these settings, so I can't actually test if this works or not. Oh. Oh, there's so much to unpack with this. Okay, so the good news is we do know that this is working, where it is pulling the input mappings. The downside being that it's pulling from the gamepad inputs, and I'm not entirely sure why it's doing that when the left mouse button input is above gamepad button face left thing. So that's something to look into, I guess. It's funny too, because it looks like I was ready to do this whole thing right here. Might be pulling from the end of the list. Ooh, that's a good point, Awen. Here, we'll swap this. Let's see if that actually changes anything. Options, set keybinds. It is! Okay, look at that. We're learning stuff. Okay, so why though? Is there a way to control that? Is there something I'm missing here? There's got to be a way to distinguish between the key from the gamepad and the key from the keyboard, right? I would assume so, at least. Aha! Here we go. Oh, that's interesting. Is gamepad key. Aha! Okay, okay. We're learning something. Okay. So, first things first. Okay, that just makes it a Boolean. That's not what I want. I just want to get the keyboard input. So, input key. Okay, so all the key values are Booleans. How about keyboard values? Touchpad? Nope. Mapping queries? Nope. Mouse values, pointer event. Interesting. It only really lets you use a Boolean, which is interesting. I would have thought that it would let you like dictate one over the other somehow. I mean, maybe it does, and I'm not seeing how to do that yet, which would make sense. You know, this is my first time jumping into this avenue. What if I drag this out? Okay, because it's an array, it doesn't care about showing individual values. Okay, so that's not going to be it either. Make enhanced action key mapping. Make input action key mapping. Okay, so that makes it a key mapping structure. I think this is how you set a new key, so I don't think we want this node, but it's good to know that that exists. Set members in key, struct out, break. Oh, it's not gonna let you break it. Okay. Wow, this is just a never-ending rabbit hole. Okay. Okay, I think we're going down the wrong rabbit hole here. For now, we'll just keep adjusting it on the assumption that it's going to be keyboard by default. And then maybe what we'll do is, I think it'll allow you to just edit keybinds with the controller anyway, right? Hold on. Let me plug in my controller. That'll answer the question. There's my controller. Good thing it comes with a custom cable. Okay, plug that in right here. Okay, my controller is detected. Aha! See, even Unreal recognizes it. Okay, so, in theory, options, set keybinds. Click on the keybind. Yep, it's not recognizing controller inputs. That's interesting. Okay, so what if we jump back over here? Yeah, there's the button. So There's got to be something about controller input in here somewhere. Accessibility. Don't think that's it. Allow modifier keys. Allow gamepad keys. That might have been why it wasn't working. Okay, so if we test this now. Options, set keybinds, light attack button. I want it to be left gamepad face button. Hey, okay, I want it to be right trigger. Hey, I want it to be left bumper. Hey, I'm a freak. I want it on the select button. Hey!
I thought you wanted it on the select button, not the A button.
What?
I said I thought you wanted it on the select button, not the A button.
I did press the select button.
Yeah, but you were saying A. That's the joke.
Oh! Dude, you can't pull these jokes on me when I'm brain rotting game dev. Awen knows this, but he still does it, I guess. Okay, cool. So controller input works as long as we make sure we allow gamepad inputs. So we will... Okay, so for the sake of setting up the game quickly, we'll let the set keybinds menu display keyboard inputs, but we'll add a note saying controller support is available. So we'll need to set that up. So let's just do set keybinds menu. We'll duplicate this, shrink that font to a 48, and we'll say set keybinds for actions, parentheses, gamepad support enabled. There we go. That lets people know that they can set custom inputs on a controller if they so desire to. And you know what? Let me put this on the Obsidian Planner real quick. Add a note. We'll call it testing. And then post game release. Test with steering wheel. Because I do have a steering wheel controller. I use it to play Grid. If the enhanced inputs are set up correctly, we should be able to play the game with my steering wheel. And I don't want to set that up tonight, and that's why it's going to be a post-game test. Okay, can we set the horizontal box to be centered? Hey, can we fill? Hey. How about horizontal fill? Nope. Whatever. Okay. That's at least set up. Let's just add some little polish by doing that. What if we do this? Yeah, okay. And then that'll work for me. So light attack. This will be heavy attack. This one will be dodge. This will be, whoops, lock on. Let's actually bump this next one up to special attack. And then one more. Form shift. And then we need a back button to dismiss this menu. Ooh, There's a faster way to do this. Copy that. Hey. Yeah, it doesn't carry the logic over. Yep, perfect. So we can change this to be... actually, we can keep this as apply settings. Let's get a horizontal box.
It's okay.
We'll add the button
Casey
there.
gets us plenty of times.
What's up? Your occasional inability to register my dumbassery shall never prevent me from... How long has that been there? God damn. It's funny too, because John can tell you. Usually I'm the one who pulls the wool over everyone's heads with the jokes, but when I'm game deving, I'm just no brain. 5 or 6 seconds? Okay, cool. I'm not too far behind.
I'm just that good.
Is that good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll make the back button here, and then if we don't like it, we can move it. Okay, so can I... There we go. Okay, let's get the back button fixed first. On clicked. This will be pretty easy. Just remove from parent. That should be all we need to do, but I'm gonna test that because I don't know why. Whenever I set up back buttons, it's always inconsistent whether it works or not. Okay, it worked, and I can still interface with the rest of this menu, so that's a good start. Okay, back button works. Good to know. Apply settings. We're only worried about applying the custom inputs, so we need to set that up. And let's, you know what, get a little sip of water while I'm at it. Okay. So apply settings should be relatively simple if what we saw is consistent. We basically need to get the input that these are set as and make them the new defaults. So if we do this, for example, is there a better way to do this? There's got to be a better way to do this. Get mapping name, maybe? Can you do a name to enum? I feel like that would be weird. Switch on... Can I do it to enum? I can do it to string. Okay. I don't think we can do a name to enum, unfortunately. Okay. Let's try something different here. Can I do this? I can. And I can even set it to be that, so that's a good start. Let's make sure that these are all named consistently too. So this is heavy attack input selector. Yeah, special attack input selector. What are you trying to do? So when we click apply settings, sorry. When we click apply settings on the bottom right here, we want to apply all of these inputs at once to be the new keybinds. At least that's what I'd like to do. What I was hoping to do was set up an array, break that array, and then set it up for each one, but I think I might be going about it the hard way. I think it might be faster to just, when you set a new keybind, apply that right away. Kind of like, hold on. Set input. Is that what I'm trying to do? Input? Okay. Oh my, I might be losing my mind a little bit. But yeah, just basically set the keybind. But I think I might be doing it the hard way. Input. Apparently not the way to do it. Yeah, it's not what I want to do. Yeah, this is just getting a little over my head here a little bit. Enhanced action mapping structure. Enhanced action key. So these are both the same. Enhanced. No. Oh man. Yeah, I'm not sure how to cast to the user settings. That's where I'm really struggling right now. Do I need to make a variable that calls it? Like if I do this, compile. Like that's not gonna work, right? Output log. And that's not what I wanted. Map player key. Let's see. There's a make player key mapping, but that's not quite what we need. It needs to be tied to the enhanced action key mapping, but I'm not sure why it's not letting me do something with that. Or can I maybe do find item? Oh my god. Okay, that means that we can... Hold on. There's ways to get this right. Okay, and then set array element. And then maybe apply settings. Am I crazy? Oh, because probably get game user settings, then drag it out to do apply settings. Maybe? I guess only one way to find out, huh? So if I choose a new input for the light attack, will it save? That's the question. Okay. No. Okay. Whoa. How does the options menu handle saving?
Oh.
Unclick to apply settings, get game user settings, set those elements. Okay, so maybe that's what I need to do, is set enhanced. Nope. Okay. Input. These are all messages. Make input ray hit. No, that's not what we need, I'm pretty sure. Oh! Oh, this is tough. Crazy idea. What if
In
we
lighter
save...
news,
What?
I was about to say, in lighter news, I met Lycon and them in the story.
Oh, nice. Crazy idea. What if we save this mapping context to our save file, which I guess is here too, because I thought that was the right way at one point. So what if we just do default, or actually enhanced action key mapping, compile, that's still not it. Okay, hold on. Input action key mapping, compile. Oh boy. So if I go back to input, it's called input mapping context. Input. I don't think it's going to let me make that a variable to save in the... Oh, input action mapping, or mapping context. Compile. There it is. Okay. So now that we have that in here as something we're saving, input, let's just rename this to mapping context so we know what this is. Okay, so instead of this, cast to hero save game. Actually, first, the game from slot, hero slot, plug that in here, get input mapping context, set. Maybe not set. That says message, so I don't think that's what. Oh, yeah, all player mappable action key mappings. That's also a message, though. Ah. Get mappings. Aha.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Can I set mappings? Nope. Don't know if that's gonna work. Save game to slot. Hero slot. And then what we're gonna need to do is... Oh man, I think I just made this way more complicated. But I'm not sure. Break enhanced action key mapping. Get the key. Is there a way not to just set that as a saved key? Get enhanced user settings. And then can I do apply settings from here? Oh my god. Okay, cool. So we don't need to worry about the save slot, I guess. We'll find out for sure, but... Well, actually, we did save. Yeah, we may still need to save this. Hold on. Okay, so... Just to guarantee this, let's put a sequence, apply settings, load, and then what we'll do is how did we load it, I guess, is the first question. There's so much to do. Okay, event construct, load from save slot, set the settings from the save slot data. Okay, so that's what we need to do. Okay. Break this. We don't need this. We're just gonna move this up here in case it gets ugly again. Does save game exist? Does the main menu make a save? I don't even remember now. Main menu. Event construct. Does save game exist? Okay, so it makes a save slot, so we don't need to ask. Settings menu doesn't need to ask, does a save game exist? Right, that's why we set that up first place. So load game from save slot. Type in hero slot. Cast to hero save game. We want to get input mapping context. Get we want to get mappings. And then we want to grab this, break that, and set reference by value. Right. We need this over down there too. Right? Everything's plugged in. Cannot write to constant target. Okay. Sets. Can we do set mappings? Array of enhanced action key mapping structures. I'm not sure why it's not allowing that. Array of enhanced action key mapping structures. Array of enhanced action key mapping structures. Should not be an issue, but for some reason it is. But it's fine on load? Think. I guess we could do find then make. No, I don't want to change it though. Oh wait, just drag this over here. Find that. And then do another find node here. Then set array element. We don't need to do that. What am I doing? Just do that. So basically, when you set a keybind to light attack input selector, yeah, it'll check for other light attacks, find that element in the mappings, and set that to the new key value. Which should be enough. We'll find out. So set keybinds, set to blank currently, middle mouse button. If I press back, set keybinds. Nope, it's not loading. Okay, or saving. It's not saving or loading it. Oh, maybe because this isn't plugged in like this. That could be critical.
Yeah, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
Middle mouse button. Back. Set keybinds. It's still not saving. Okay. Probably because this isn't how that works either. What if I do a for each loop? We do find. Maybe not find. Get a copy. Same index. I feel like that's not going to work. Find item. No, you've got set array element to be equal. Maybe that'll work. No, it's not working. Definitely not working. Deep breaths. Maybe because I'm using get all mappable instead of this get enhanced user input settings. I don't know, my brain is melting a little bit at this. Okay, so we know that's not working. What if we do... We get the, oh man. I don't know, I may need to just take an afternoon to research this stuff more. Because this is becoming a headache. Especially when this was working just fine. Let's pull this back up. Well, this is only going to work for the one button, unfortunately. Now I'm thinking about it. Oh, God. Oh, wait. Hold on. Am I just overcomplicating this? Because there's a make and there's a break, right? So what if we do break? No, not break. Find let's do break. No, that's not it either. Okay, hold on. I feel like I'm on the verge of something. I just need to figure out how to get there. Think. There's a way to do this. I just need to put the pieces together. Okay, so get this break. Right. We can dictate what action we're looking for through this. So if we do find item, what am I trying to do? No. I feel like it's literally on the tip of my fingertips, and I just cannot. What if we do for each loop? Break. Hold on, we're gonna need to move this entire thing to the right. Okay. Do these actions equal the same. If false, do nothing. But if true, no. We're so close. Come on. What do I need to do? Set? Set. Oh man, I feel like we're on the verge of something. Input action. Input action. Those are all messages. What am I looking for? Is it not letting you set the action? Yeah, pretty much. There's a way to do it. They wouldn't have the system if there wasn't a way to do it. It's just a question of how. How do we get there? So what I'm trying to do is, if these actions are the same, then these keys should be set. It's just a question of how to do that. Can I do set array element? Get the array up here. So that way, if true, find the index of that array element and set the key to be, not key. No, yes key. We want to make. Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. There's gotta be a way, there's gotta be a way, there's gotta be a way. I mean, maybe this is the way, but I feel like we can simplify this. Let's just see if this works first. We can figure it out if we can simplify this later. My issue is, we're making an enhanced action key mapping, breaking it just to check if it's equal, and then remaking it. And I think that's redundant, but maybe that's a necessary step in this process. I don't know. But we can find out. Let's break the save thing for now. We'll come back to that. Options, set keybinds. It's not letting me bind middle mouse button. That's interesting. How about E? Okay. Okay. That's... I'm not even sure if it's actually saving it, because I'm not checking if it's loading it. Okay, let's plug this back in. Options, set keybinds. Gamepad left shoulder is saved. Okay, so it's loading the inputs now. E. Nope. Okay, so something about the saving process is not working now. As it's being done in the menu, it shouldn't really matter if it's not the most performance here. Yeah, you're right. It's not like people worry about the frame rates in the main menu screen. Okay, so it seems like the loading is working. It's still remembering that we put left shoulder button as an input at one point for light attack. Actually, left shoulder. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. Definitely need to work on how it's loaded. I think how it's loaded is wrong, but... Excuse me. We'll figure that out in a second. Can I do... Add a branch here. Because right now we're only working with one, so does it equal light attack? And if true, set the light attack input. Set keybinds. Okay, so left mouse button is our light attack. If I change it to E, it should have saved. That's how we have it currently set. If I press back, set keybinds. Okay, so now it's loading light attack correctly. It's just not saving light attack correctly. So that's what we need to do next. So now that we've set that input key, we need to make sure that's the same in the save system. So oh man. There's something about how this is being saved that isn't working. What if we just do the same logic that we have here? Just here, grab this, drag that out, go to this branch, and instead of find, we do a for each loop. Does this equal that? If true, set the array element, and instead of continuing, complete the loop, set it. We don't need this. Drag this here. Oh, target array. Okay, so in theory, we set a new keybind. We get that keybind for, and to get the key, set it to the light attack action in the enhanced action key mapping. And then to make sure that it's applied as a user setting, we get the current input, make sure that the actions are equal. They both must equal light attack. And if they do, we set the action key to be that. Oh shoot, we're saving on every loop. We want to complete the loop, then sequence. Cool. Once that's done, we apply that as the new setting for the light attack button. Then we load a game from the slot, get the action mappings, make sure that only the light attack key is modified, and then save. In theory. Options, set keybinds, middle mouse button. Okay, I don't remember setting that. E. So that should have saved now. Press back, set keybinds. Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god. Finally. That took way too much work. Okay. Now if I relaunch the game, Is it still going to save that? Yes. Okay. Scarier question. Do we need to load that new keybind during gameplay? Yes, yes. Oh my god, we don't have to do anything else. Oh my god, thank goodness. Oh my god, this entire endeavor has been 2 hours on my insanity. Uh You know what I'm gonna do when I'm done with this project? I'm going to take all of this blueprint logic, right? I'm going to take all of this blueprint logic and put it into the blueprint paste bin. So that way, next time I want to do settings, I can actually reference something in the future. Because Jesus, this was way too much. And the worst part is we're not even out of the woods yet. Not just because we have to set the other buttons, but because right now we're only loading one of the buttons. This system does not support loading for all buttons, just one. Ah! So here's what we're gonna do. Just so we get an idea of how this is loading these inputs, like is there a specific order to them or whatnot, we're going to break this, and see if we can't print each array element on begin play. That way we can get an idea of what inputs are displayed in what order. That way we can use, we can make our own array for all of the inputs that we want to map. So let's see if that hooks up. Okay, maybe not. Name? Get mapping name. Here we go. Cool. So now if we test this, go to keybinds. None. Okay. That's not encouraging, but it does mean we have something we can work with. Okay. Let's think about this a little bit. Okay. How about we do... Let's hook this back up. What is your length? Put that up here, hook that right here. 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense, huh? Oh my god, it saved the light attack inputs. It's E now instead of left mouse button. Oh no. So basically every time we... Oh, okay. At least this proves that it does modify the engine's default for what these input action mappings are. But that also means we need to save a default action mapping value so we don't lose these. That's kind of scary, honestly. So let's set these back to their default values. Left face button, right? Yeah, okay. Is there a way to... Hero save game. Default mapping context. There's gotta be a way to save that value somewhere. If we go to light attack, supported key profile IDs. Nope. Cool, so we can't actually just set a key to be permanent default. That's interesting. Or maybe in the project settings we can set it? If true, then this IMC will be registered with the user input settings if one is available immediately when enhanced input subsystem starts. I don't know what that means, if I'm being honest, but you know, we're learning stuff. That's cool. Okay. Maybe what we just need to do is I lost my train of thought already. I'm so toasted. We'll give ourselves another. I'm losing train. The tracks are gone. Where's Thomas?
Yeah, the train is on tracks. How can you lose a train?
I don't know. Okay. We need to figure out this loading thing. That's kind of something that we can work on. There's got to be a way we can set up some default parameters for this. I guess we should also finish naming these alternate input buttons so that way we can actually find them in the blueprint later. Like this one. Dodge input selector. Lock on input selector. Form shift input selector. Can I set a default value in these buttons? Is that maybe something we can do? Actually, even if I did that, it wouldn't matter because the loading system would override that. Okay, action mappings. We need to create our own array. Oh, your train of thought has hit a pebble and has been derailed, launched off a cliff into debug crevice. There were no survivors.
I'm gonna crash this train with no survivors.
Okay, I think it's telltale sign I need to drink water. Let me do that real quick. Okay, here's what we're gonna try. Emphasis on the word try. See, if you drag off the action, in theory, we should be able to get the name of that action. So get object name, perhaps. So let's say I do that, right? Drag this out, do a print string here. If we can identify that these actions do maintain their input action names that we determined through these little guys here, it means that we can assign a tag. Oh, these don't accept tags. Do they actually not accept tags? I swear to God. Hold on. T-A-G. No! There goes my whole plan. Oh, you can't be serious. What can I do? I guess hold on. Pause, rewind, play. If I drag this out as a variable, can I get its name? Okay, so new idea. Rename these input selectors to the inputs that we want to name them to. Then, if these names are equal, equal exactly. I'm sorry. Wrong node. If these are equal, then we set those keybinds. Which means we need to make an array, and the array goes we'll get there. But first, I want to see if it's actually using the right names. So options, set keybinds. Boom. They are. So here's what we're going to do, because right now it's accepting both inputs, and when it accepts both inputs, it counts itself as multiples. So what we're going to do is basically when you first launch the game, it won't support controllers, but you can set the controller binds later. I'm sure there's a way. Hi.
My internet died, so I'm gonna hop off.
Oh shoot! I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, you have yourself a good night, Mini11. Oh wait, before you go, remember to keep an eye out for when twitch.tv/Mini11 jumps online to stream.
God.
He plays games. He doesn't do game dev, but he plays games.
I
do you want to advertise yourself?
I don't make the video games.
Do you want to advertise what kind of games you play?
D, all the above, except for shooters. I'm not a big shooter guy.
There you go.
RPGs are normally my favorite. I'm planning on streaming some Zenless Zone Zero sometime this week, and then Friday, I'm hopefully going to be streaming some Path of Exile.
There you go. If you like RPGs, Zenless Zone Zero and Path of Exile, keep an eye on his channel this week. Thanks for joining us tonight, Mini11.
Not a problem. You guys have a wonderful night.
You too. Okay, anyway, what I was going to say. We're going to disable gamepad support on launch, but I will research ways to have it be gamepad detected, use gamepad inputs or something like that. Or, hold on. No, stop. One thing at a time. I'll research it. We need to set up the normal stuff first. Okay, so we know the inputs are using the same names as the actual assets that we're using. So first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to... Let's do event pre-construct for this. We'll grab our buttons, do make array, promote that to a variable, and we'll call this keybind array. Plug this up right here. So before the widget is even visible, it's going to gather all of our buttons into one array. But we need to rename these buttons to the actual input actions that we want to rename them to. So first one is light attack, no space. So light attack, no space. Heavy attack, no space. Special attack, no space. Special attack, no space. Is it just dodge? Just dodge. Lock on is just lock on, okay. I'm so glad I have a somewhat simple naming convention for this stuff right now. And form shift is just form shift, no space. Okay. Let's add these pins here. Oh my god, what am I doing? Light attack. Heavy attack. Special attack. Lock on. Dodge. And form shift. Cool. Now we want to do grab this keybind array, do find item, no. What do we want to do? Oh, this is why this is frustrating. Is it not fine? So what I'm trying to do is grab an element and ask, do your silly strings equal each other? And if so, set them. Let's see. There should be a way to search by name, I'm pretty sure. Check if two arrays are member-wise identical. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Wow, this is turning out to be a lot more complicated than I was expecting that to be. Okay. Think. There's ways to do this. There's ways to do this. Do I need to do a for loop in a for loop? I feel like that would be silly, but at the same time, it might be what we need to do. Hold on, throw this down here. For each loop with break. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. So for each keybind, right, we're going to get name. Okay, for each keybind, it's going to ask our keybind buttons, does your name match mine? And if so, your key is going to be set. Is this gonna work? Maybe. Is this overly complicated? Oh, maybe. But is this something that is this some kind of logic I can grasp? For now, yes. Let's test it. That's not looking encouraging. I won't lie. Oh, because I have light attack. That might be why. If I actually plug it in like this should set all the keybinds. Should is the keyword, but it should. Yes! I should not be this happy, but I am. Let's save the default stuff real quick. Okay, so this is working now. Or at least loading all of the buttons correctly is working now. Now we just need to finish the functionality for everything else. And by everything else, I mean setting the new buttons. So this is going to take some work. We got 15 minutes. I think that's enough time to get this done. So let's get this rolling. I guess we don't need the apply settings button now that I'm thinking about it. Just to prevent errors. Delete this. It's not required. Now click on the apply settings button and delete that. Okay. So let's put the back button above the construct stuff. And now we can start working on the rest of this. So on key selected, we want to do all of this right here. I'm glad we figured this out today and didn't have to end the stream on a... God, I hope we figure this out tomorrow. It's kind of nice. Oh, you know what? This logic is pretty universal, actually, so I could have just copied all of this. Because none of it says explicitly... Okay, maybe this does, but we can literally just... What was this? Heavy attack? Heavy attack. Boom, now the logic is universal. So on completed, go to there, and then drag this down here. That's pretty much all we need to do for each one of these buttons, which, thank God, but wow, this was such a journey. So copy this. Let's move on to the next button. Special attack. Okay, so drag this down here. So when we click special attack, let's give ourselves a little more room. Plug this up, change this to say special attack. Oh. Oh. Yeah, that is a problem, huh? There we go. Okay, so let's recopy that stuff with the actual plugins correctly. 3 more buttons. On key selected. Give ourselves a little more room. Paste. Just like that. Lock. Oh, wait. Go back. Change this to dodge. Did I change that for the other one too? Special attack, heavy attack, heavy attack. Okay, I did. Okay, lock on. File and save. Change this to lock on actually. Then compile and save. Last one. And then we'll test all this one more time just to make sure we're good. Give ourselves a little more room. Paste. Form shift. Was that everything? Form shift, lock on, dodge, special attack, light attack, heavy attack. All right, cool. Final test. We're going to make the most cursed controls. We also need to get rid of this, but we'll do that in a second. Okay, so light attack, let's do numpad 4. Heavy attack, let's do numpad 5. Special attack, let's do numpad 6. Dodging will be numpad 7. Lock on will be numpad 8. And form shifting will be numpad 9. Mad lad for not converting that chunk into a function, lol. Yeah, I could, but I'm just making sure it works first before we start doing that. Okay, so those should have saved. They did. Now we'll check if they run in gameplay. Okay, so light attack. Oh, tutorial message. Right. Light attack, heavy attack. Dodge. That's working. Lock on is working on numpad. And then form shifts. We'll go red. It works! Custom keybinds work! I should not be this happy every single time we get stuck for an hour, but man, it's good. Okay, let's set the keybinds back to normal. And then we'll call it a night here after I do one more thing, I guess. Because I forgot that the options menu still has that test keybind button. Spacebar. There we go. Well, at least we learned a lot today about enhanced inputs. Enhanced inputs sure are a lot to learn, but honestly, it makes sense once you get into the weeds of it. And then adding custom keybinds, it's a feature every PC game should have. So it's great that we finally learned how to do it after how many projects have I done? And this is the only one that now has custom keybind support. Hold on, I'm pulling up my itch profile. Dashboard. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 games made, and only this one has custom keybinds. Took us long enough. Okay. Well, at least it's all figured out. I'll collapse all this later. For now, I want to thank everyone who came to the stream. I know he's gone now, but once again, shout out to Mini11 for joining us on today's stream. Awen, as always, thanks for dropping by. Krugar, thanks for dropping in as well. And for all the lurkers, thank you for giving me your time. All that's left is a couple more options settings, right? Just double checking before we close out for sure here. Right. So we discussed this last week. I'll put this on our stuff, but we still need to add options for motion blur. We need to add other options for post-processing effects, and then this settings menu will be done. From there, the game only needs audio, and it will be done. We will be done. I want to say 2 weeks, but who knows? Life comes at me fast. But everyone, once again, thanks for dropping by. Have yourselves a